All right, we're live. That's a good start. Stream health is good. Live on Twitch, live on YouTube, all the things are linked. Good. And slowly watch all you wonderful folks trickle in. Let me sort out some going live posts. But we're in for a great one today. Ruffle, Season 1 champion, Bean, Season 2 champion. Going head to head. It's going to be a grand old time. I'll tell you that much. Neither of our participants online yet, but we are due for a start in 11 minutes or so. I just like to get on early, make sure everything is as expected here because, you know, tech issues happen. I'll tell you that much. You don't need to be making noise, thanks. Good evening, everybody. At least if you're in my time zone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night if you are in other time zones. Jumbo Half, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. I really appreciate that. Welcome in. We're just getting all of our tech and bits started ahead of tonight's fixture. Normally I have a starting soon screen, but because we're over on the Major League Balatro overlay screen, I'm just straight to that rather than going back and forth, which is fine. You know, I'm fine with that. It works. If I could type. Would be really good if I could type. But how is everybody doing today? Hope you are having a good week. I will be casting with Commissioner Zano today. He will be on a call with us in just a little while. In fact, I can jump in casting room 1. And then he can scare the bejesus out of me when he starts talking later. What I'm mostly grateful for, though, is the fact that my internet connection has been way more stable this last season since I changed computers entirely. Previously, it was a nightmare with the disconnects and stuff, but much more solid now, thank goodness. Just leaves me to tell Discord. Hello, Maidrez. Welcome in. I'm doing very well, thank you. Spring is slowly starting to turn its weary head around here, and it's not quite so dark in the mornings. Goose is getting better about staying in bed longer, so we're getting better night's sleep. Everything is on the up and up. Yeah, I'm hoping everyone suddenly signs on in a few minutes' time, unless I've got my time zones wrong, but I don't think I have. I've been getting better about it the more we do these things. Alright, that's all the socials updated with what's going on. That's still there, that's still there. Good. Alright, hopefully our competitors will be here soon. Zeno will be in the call with us, and then we will be kicking off, first of all, with White Stake Plasma this week. Very exciting. Always nice to have a little bit of variety with the deck wheel rolling for us this week, or every week now this season. And Plasma, just about as far away from the typical Balatro experience as you can get. Obviously, if it was something like Plasma Gold Stake, everything would be even more wild, but a nice Plasma White Stake should do us well. I have my match tomorrow against Nemo. That will be very exciting for me, hoping to pick up a few more points. Right now, things are pretty okay for me with 1 win, 1 loss. Could have been much worse if I'd gone 2-0 and felt like I was having to claw things back, but I'm currently sat in 4th position, I think, in the Major League table. I can see Zeno is online. Or at least he's streaming currently. He's on his starting soon screen. Alright, that is 2 minutes to the hour. Normally our players are pretty good about being on time for these things, so hopefully that promptness persists. I'm going to pour myself a glass of something so that I have something to sip on. You don't have to watch me lurch out of a 2-litre bottle every time I go to drink. Wunderbar. All right, I think everything is in place. We're just waiting for everybody else to turn up. Does anybody have any questions? Ruffle is now streaming. You love to see it. Let's get him theatre moded and hope that everything is in frame as I would expect it to be. And there is Bean. What great stuff. Bean, are you live? Yes. Alright, we have both of our players. Zeno and Gothic need switching up in here, but that's fine. I can do that before we get started. Oh, not that one. Not that one. All right, both of our competitors here. Ruffle in the Game Room 1 chat, just waiting for Bean to connect, and then they will get on to our first point of the game. Obviously, we are always playing all 3 games. Jambo thinks it's going to be close, but thinks Bean will have it. I think I'm kind of there with you. I think that Bean just has so much more experience playing multiplayer and PvP. But it will also come down to, I think Ruffle has a lot of experience at Gold Stake, whereas a lot of the PvP stuff that happens, I don't think happens quite so often at Gold Stake, but I'm sure Zeno will be able to chip in on that front once he gets onto the call. I can see he's sitting down and putting on his headphones. Hello, Commissioner.
Hello, Gothic Lord, United Kingdom.
That's
like the
full formal title, yes.
Yeah, okay.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm very much excited for this matchup. We have, I mean, the 2 champions. You put it perfectly in the DMs. Like, there's literally nothing clickbaity or better we can go with. It is the 2 champions of Major League Balatro facing off against one another in a regular season game.
I was just talking to my chat. They think Bean might just have a little bit of an edge on Ruffle because of his PvP experience throughout the history of the last couple of years of playing Balatro. Obviously, Ruffle has many, many hours and has done many, many wild and high-stake runs deep into the Nan-Imps and such, but Bean, the more active multiplayer player.
Absolutely, but I do think this week gave us a treat with the Plasma White. I think the White stake, I would say, favors Bean. The Plasma stake, in my opinion, favors Ruffle. I just think Ruffle has a bit more experience on handling that Plasma, and I think Plasma is something that a lot of multiplayer players really stay away from, and it is a very different type of game. Then going forward, after this first game, I mean, there'll be plenty of time to talk about it, but I'm really curious how the stake and decks go. I think whoever loses this first game dictates. If Ruffle loses, we're going gold stake. If Bean loses, we're going with another white stake game. But then obviously the other player will get to choose the deck and really throw the other one for a loop. So there's going to be a lot of mental game outside of the actual Balatro game, but I'm just so excited. I'm excited for some leguming from both of these 2 in the PvPs as well.
Yeah, you'd think if the leguming was going to happen, it would happen on the front of the Bean, and we are straight into our seed. Nothing huge on the skips, so I expect to see some simple small blind, big blind stuff, obviously. Much easier to get through these blinds with flushes and 2 pairs even, because the Plasma stake scoring is just so much more accelerated in the early moments.
Yeah, and we see here Bean going for the flush, gets it, but you could have very easily gone for, I feel like, held that 10-9, and either you get the straight or you get the 2 pair, like Ruffle just did. Either or, it doesn't matter. They both finish off in 1. And here is a really interesting choice early on. That Ice Cream, obviously insanely powerful in Plasma for the first PvP. But that Scholar, if you do get any kind of re-triggering, could end up being actually more chips. And it's not going to obviously fade away.
No, but building into aces just kind of isn't in the bloodline of PvP players, I think.
Absolutely not. It is not something you're going to actively do, even with a Scholar, even trying to take a
life. So Bean did not open that standard pack where Ruffle did, and Ruffle found a glass king already.
I'm a little shocked. Bean's gonna find it anyway. It's not also Glass King in Major League Balatro. Glass is obviously powerful, but you can make them with Justices. It's not like the end all be all here. But I'm really surprised because there could be something else in this standard pack. The thing is, Raffle's not gonna be able to afford the second standard and the Vagabond. So in the end, Bean kind of gets away with not looking in it. It's going to sell the Ice Cream because we can't really use Vagabond. If we have Ice Cream, we're just going to one-shot.
And Ruffle taking that same path by the looks of things.
Yeah, I think it's I don't want to say no-brainer, but definitely the way forward. And at the end of the day, we end up in the same exact spot with being $1 up. So, worked out.
That dollar will be the difference maker in about 25 minutes' time.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? There could be a negative blueprint in this upcoming shop that Raffle will... I think Raffle will still be able to afford it, selling the Vagabond, but... I'm a little surprised there with the card deletion choices. I know that's hyper-specific, but I definitely lean 9s and 7s are my two. They're not hackable. They don't work with 6th Sense. Obviously, I cherish my 8-ball, so 9s and 7s are my early targets for deleting cards. So if we do get a hack, as Doc is kind of pointing out that being deleted those 2s immediately, it could benefit Raffle, although we already have 2 Glass Kings.
Yeah, I get so hung up on hack just because the retriggers are great, but in the early game especially, the amount of chips that you get from playing 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s is just so diminished compared to playing 10s and aces that it just feels like it's so much harder to sometimes just get through the small blind to the big blind. Obviously, there's probably less of a concern on Plasma where the scores are higher once they've been divided and multiplied by themselves, but even then, like a 2 triggering twice for 4 chips is worth 40% of what a single 10 is worth.
Yeah. I like this play by Raffle to just grab both, rip the Temperance, and now we can afford everything in this shop. We can make a couple of lucky cards, or we can shrink towards those kings. And that looks to be the path, and now we can open up that standard pack with $1 to spare. I mean, 8-ball here, obviously it's not nearly as good as the Vagabond, but if we get a Chad, you could see some insane tarot generation between the two.
Well, Ruffle picks up the first purple seal with an ace.
I think this game is headed to an interesting place. We have 8-ball, we have a purple seal. There could be a world where the person getting at a Vagabond first and deciding to build into money and not, forcing themselves to be poor is the correct decision. Obviously, taros are insanely powerful. But we could always make more tarot. Like, there's other ways to make tarot generation size Vagabond and being poor.
Yeah, it's kind of the point of we are looking for as many tarot cards as we can, basically to deck fix as much as possible, and it's how aggressively do we go towards deck fixing before we pivot to economy. And obviously, to some degree, having economy is deck fixing, but not in the same sense that when you're going through and re-rolling for tarot cards, that's expensive, whereas making them with Vagabond is free, but you don't have any economy to back you up at that point. Unless you have Egg Temperance.
And a key difference here is Bean went with the full Temperance route to see a little bit farther in the shop. Raffle went with deck fixing, has a metric ton of kings at this point. I feel like I prefer being side. I prefer getting the money there. Like, we're gonna get enough deck fixing with Vagabond, but I don't hate it. Not really a critique. It could also make the difference in this upcoming PvP if Raffle just is able to throw a much easier 5 of a kind full of glass at Bean.
Yeah, because I don't think we've seen either player get any suit fixing yet. So those flush houses, flush 5 kind of stuff is not currently on the table. And of course, they have such high value in their base chips that it's just a huge effect on scoring if you can find that.
Raffle here not going to discard the purple seal, valuing that $6 we would get at the end of this round, especially with Vagabond. I think is an interesting decision that Bean is also going to have to face, but maybe making it a little bit easier is getting that flush with the hearts. Also had an 8 in it, and you put up a high amount of scoring so you know you're not going to die a little bit later in this blind.
And he does pick up a moon card, first potential suit fixing, although not everyone's favorite suit to build into.
No, I mean, they're already pretty committed to diamonds. I mean, this star is, like, you ideally want hearts because of Bloodstone, but at this point, it's very clear we have, what, 3 King Glass diamonds? We're going to probably, I mean, it's very likely we see a flush 5 with 3 glass in the first PvP, which is kind of crazy to me.
And Bean...
I will say this...
Bean with Fibonacci is an interesting point to be, like, you're going to get 12 times 12 points from that if you get enough kind of triggers on that, but it's not going to be humongous compared to even just like an ice cream or something.
You could play, maybe the angle for Bean is a flush house with like 2 8s in front of the 3 glass kings. That could be a lot of points with that Fibonacci. I don't know if it's more than the Acrobat in a flush 5. I think it probably isn't. It's also a lot more work to obviously get that specific hand that enables the glass to be even better with the Fib. And now decisions for Mr. Raffle. We're going to see a reroll. We're now even in the shop in terms of what we're going to see. But obviously, Bean could reroll when they get into this big blind shop.
And just picking up a couple of levels in Flush and 4 of a kind. Obviously, the value of those levels much more in chips than they are in Malt when you're playing on Plasma. So any planet is kind of somewhat beneficial if you're playing still a wide variety of hands. But still just committing to the $0 path, may be able to pick up some really important tarot during the PvP, because generally you will get to spend more of your time seeing the way through the hands, because there's no limit to when the round's going to end because you're not up against the clock. You get to play all of your hands provided you're behind the other player in score, so there is some time to luxuriate during the PvP.
Yes. Really interesting here. The way, because Bean never used 8-Ball and didn't get a tarot from 8-Ball, they got the Justice and Star a little bit later than Raffle. They weren't able to use either of those. They want him to put them on Kings. They never drew any Kings. So they ended up, I think, getting no delayed value, no 8-Ball value, missed out on a Purple Seal, missed out on 2 Vagabond procs. That was pretty brutal for Bean. And let's listen to the Legumi now.
I know the Purple Seal's been popping, right?
Right. And nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. I don't know what you're talking about, though. I'm very happy with the taros I've been getting.
I don't even...
They're pretty good taros.
Think Raffle's Leguming there. The way his taros have come out because of his ability to do 8-Ball really benefited him.
Wow. Maybe I spoke too soon.
And like, we've seen a lot of glass cards, a lot of kind of enhanced cards. How much are you committing to a giant score here on the first PvP? Because being going all in with these glass kings, 28,000 points. How important is getting this life to you in this situation, Zeno?
Yeah, I'm playing as fast as I can. Don't do it, Raffle. Don't do it.
I think there's an
Okay.
interesting
Alright.
dynamic that
Alright.
just played out, Gothic,
You're
that
gonna-
slays my
you-
decision.
there's
I
some good
personally, if
Terras in
I'm Raffle, I actually go for the life there. But if you are gonna sack it, and we do see we see a sock right away for both these players. If you are gonna sack it, do it like we just did. Raffle is now denied being 2 tarots from Vagabond by quickly losing there. That is a total of 5 tarot cards being lost out to in Raffle through that ante. Luckily for Bean, I don't think any of them were absolutely critical, but it is important to note that right now Raffle has the deck advantage. Now, no glass broke, so we'll see.
And now we have idle decisions.
I mean, oops all 6s. There's a crazy play here where you go oops and sell Vagabond, but the idle showing up in a Vagabond game, you have to grab it. Your opponent's gonna get idle online. There's already a sock in the
Check.
shop.
1, 2.
It's a must take. I think for Raffle here, wow, a mime also in a judgment for Bean. I think that it's just a tough choice for Raffle on what to sell here. I think you sell the 8-ball, but now what do you sell for the sock? I guess it's the juggler.
I mean, if you're taking sock for re-triggers, do you need Fibonacci for triggers?
Bean's side, I think, is easy. Yeah, you definitely just sell the fib.
Oh, sorry, we're on the left. Yeah.
Yeah. See, the UK, they drive on the other side. Everything's just flipped, you know. No, I did that several times last week. But yeah, it's a little bit of a tough choice for Raffle. I don't mind the Acrobat sale here. I like having delayed gratification over my opponent. Not that he knows he has it over their opponent, but I think this is actually going to benefit him. The juggler being foil also means we could just literally throw anything away, and we're going to beat the blind and get Vagabond value. These are all 3 jokers that you wouldn't mind keeping, but we do settle on selling that X3. Feels a little hard to do that down 1 life, in my opinion, but don't hate the decision from Raffle. I actually think these other 2 jokers are very valuable. Okay, the foil was way too much. The foil was way too much. I forget it. You should have sold the juggler. The whole advantage we had over Bean and the amount of tarots we generated last ante is gone. I was thinking we were going to play high card. I didn't think we were going to play a full house.
And Bean now with a mime as well, so going to get some extra value out of those gold cards at the end of the round when Vagabond doesn't really play into things anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the sock is enough scoring that you probably can just throw away hands. And then we get a Hermit Temperance on Bean's side, which is just brutal. This is going to hamstrung Raffle in this blind because you want to hold on to both of those. So we're going to be minus, like, it's going to be a lot of tarots. We do get that star card, which is huge. We do have many more Kings of Diamond on Raffle's side. They're much more likely to hit this idol and take this life back, I will say. I think that might be all the Kings for Raffle.
And the Temperance Hermit value here is huge when he does get back out of this round into the shop.
Yeah, and the fact that we drew the purple seal, I think you go Temperance, Hermit, discard the purple seal, and then just win the round.
Yeah, it's one tarot card lost from Vagabond, or 1 tarot card gained from the purple seal, right? But you're getting $6 out of delayed gratification.
I think Raffle just played that wrong. I think if using the Temperance, getting the 1 purple seal is just straight up more money than the delayed gratification. Like you said, it was a 1-for-1 trade. That was a mistake. 10 of clubs versus 10 of diamonds for Raffle. The fact that it's 10 of diamonds is quite a bit better because we could flush house with those the glass kings. And we have a lovers upstairs.
Well, now being with a lovers
So
and a death card.
yeah, now Bean is going to be able to do the same thing if they so wish. Vagabond games can be stressful because that one play, especially on Plasma, that one play we just saw of scoring too much could legitimately just lose you the entire game. Now Raffle is also going to have to take this telescope, which you don't really necessarily want. Never mind. Decides on the reroll, risks not getting Vagabond value in the PvP. Turns out to be a great play because we get a death. So we probably can get rid of this strength, in my opinion. We have death and lovers. Probably using the death on a King Glass card, again, to complete that flush house. Bean obviously still has the big blind to play. Is going to throw on a little hiker.
And he's on Queen of Diamonds
go.
for his idol.
And Queen of Diamonds is probably not like the best hit ever, but the fact that it's a face card means that all of a sudden maybe we are going to win this. That stinks. That's something that could happen in both the order, with the order change and the vanilla idol that we play with, where it can just choose a rank that benefits one player that doesn't benefit the other with Sock. And that's the RNG you get in Balatro. So I do think being pretty likely to take this PvP because they happen to hit a face card. Going back a second here, I am confused by the hiker play. Hiker does not matter on Plasma, and you may hear that and be like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Chips matter on Plasma. If you end up shifting the molt like we already have so early in the game, chips literally do nothing. Hiker would actually be better on a non-Plasma game right now than it is in this game. The only thing it did was cause Bean the one-shot and lose tarot value, which probably to great relief for Raffle's game.
Or maybe he's just taking it to block all the other uncommons so he can find a specific uncommon he's looking for. You gotta go real big brain.
You could do that. I mean, you could just be throwing them on face cards so you can beat blinds without playing your glass or something, but I don't...
Not while we've still got
I feel like you
Vagabond.
can accomplish that with the levels. Yeah. Let's go ahead and listen in. Raffle only has...
Bit behind on cue from where we should be.
I only
glass.
missed a few. I just missed another one, though, as I'm saying that. Unlucky.
Ooh, trying to hold
Oh,
some
Raffle
cards, I
got
see.
rid of the
Yeah.
lovers.
You got big plans here?
So probably
I
not
do.
even going for the...
I do. I'm feeling confident.
So
in
probably
this
just
one,
going to go for the glass
I see.
kings.
but that may be...
You more of a queens or a kings fella?
Well, after I found the Baron, I went Kings.
There's the Lagooming
Right.
we love so much.
Yeah, with all the judgments we got and that other Joker that appeared.
Well, no, the
Baron
rare
is
skip.
real nice. Oh, of course. Of course.
I think if you're Raffle, you have to use the strength here.
Okay.
You can't go much longer without getting Vagabond
Oh,
value,
I'm-
Purple Seal value.
I messed up a little bit. That's not smart.
That's
of me.
alright. I forgive you. Even if chat doesn't.
I appreciate it. Surely I don't regret this again. You can't play those three hands quick enough. Plus, you were feeling confident. You gotta be able to fight against this.
Your idol hit?
He knows.
It's always a hit with Vagabond.
That's true.
And I think the thing is, if you're Raffle, you could also be suspecting that being just straight up strength the 10 of diamonds that your idol hit into a jack, and that immediately means if you did that before the idol hit, the idol would have hit jack of diamonds, actually went all the way up to a queen for being, which I assume was just 2 strengths. We do... Yeah, we don't have a flush 5. We only have... Oh, wait.
No, we've got a
I was
stars
wrong.
card.
It did an update.
Did your idol hit?
I think this
I
would
didn't
be
play
enough.
many of my idol cards. You know, the other cards in my deck are kind of competing with it.
Sorry, I'm trying not to botch a Vagabond again. I don't want to get laughed
He's
at.
He's not
not-
going to play this. He's
Oh,
going to move this
it's
king
not
out.
going to be enough if he does this. Oh, it's so hard to know the math on plasma. I get not wanting to risk the glass.
He missed the 10.
I mean, that's the other thing Plasma deck does.
Now
It's
they
just
need
you have
to
no
steal my
idea what you're
Vagabond value
scoring,
again.
to be completely honest.
He found one of his diamond 10s. The other one is in the bottom 5 cards of his deck. He just didn't want to commit to the 5 of a kind glass and wanted the idle value.
Oh, man. But the thing is, the idol wasn't on the face. I feel like you...
88 million, huh?
It's hard to do the math. You have
You have to
nowhere
know
I
that,
have
like,
no
so you're going to risk
concept.
3
Yeah.
glass and then probably not score enough because you didn't hit a face card with your
Well,
idol.
with the Chad and the sock. I
And every broken glass here is one
like
fewer chance for your
7
idol to hit it in the
extra
future.
triggers, So you can
Oh, my
you can
gosh.
compare to that.
And now we're going to get broken glass and just lose. I mean,
That was,
wow.
It's hard to do the math.
yeah.
All right.
Oh my
see you soon.
gosh. And now we have another complication. We have Ancient Joker, just to throw another wrench into things. Now you're going to be trying to get your idol, your Ancient, and Glass all to be synced up. One thing that could benefit us a lot right here would be maybe a DNA. Yes, this is one of the hardest types to pilot because Ancient's actually, Ancient's actually the least important item here. With it only being 1.5, so if your idol hits King of Diamonds and your King of Diamonds or Glass, you just go with that. Ancient's just kind of like a bonus. Honestly, I think there's an argument to even sell Ancient for any kind of retrigger. Maybe even just a photo.
Well, the 10 hand size is certainly a luxury for now.
Very nice.
There's nothing worse.
The other thing here is we have this mime on Beanside. This chariot with the mime could end up just straight up being the difference in some PvPs. Mime was in a judgment.
And he's got the extra
Also very good
foil
for gold.
on his idol where Ruffle doesn't. Just the small little things that are going to make their ability to get greedy within these small blinds and big blinds that little bit harder.
Now, Gothic, this is a weird... Like, I don't mind lovering the kings, but in a weird world, it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. Well,
I mean,
if you have 5 glass, because you just always play the 5 glass kings. But I guess there could be a weird place where you don't want to risk it or to get out of blinds.
yeah, because if you keep that Lovers while you've got Vagabond in hand, you can have a chance at generating one of the other 22 tarot cards or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, like, it's a...
Lovers is...
After you.
No, it's just not important right now. If anything, I'm thinking maybe I put the Lovers on, like, a Queen or a Jack. If I get an off hit, then maybe it works with Ancient and Idol because my glass isn't on those Jacks and Queens. I don't know. It's one of those things when you really think about it. I don't know if there's a world you're ever playing the Lovers. Of course, if our glass all breaks, it's a different story, and that is something we have to consider slightly.
Well, Ruffle now has King of Diamonds on his idol, Hearts on his Ancient. Maybe there's a world where
We're gonna
he
have-
plays enough glass. Like, if he's got 4 glass and a wild, that one wild is going to make a little bit of difference into playing a 5-card hand if he can't find that last glass card.
It is, and we didn't get the idol hit for Bean. So this is a clear skip for Raffle. We do have 5 glass now with that final death, I believe. We only had 1 break, right?
I
Or was
think
it
I
2?
think it was just 1 when he played his last large hand.
Yeah, so this should be a life for Raffle. Even if Bean's idol... Well, actually, of course, if Bean's idol hits Bean actually may take it with just like a steal in hand.
And so now Ruffle having the
Honestly,
big skip debate.
It would have been so nice if the rare skip was in this big blind for Raffle, because I mean he almost debated just taking the rare skip to take the rare skip. Now seeing that your idol is going to hit on the second blind, you kind of wish you would have taken the rare skip over this free shop. Although again, this free shop with Vagabond, not a terrible skip. I mean it's not better than playing out the blind, but it could be a lot more useless.
And I think an interesting observation, even though both players have been basically playing at a 0 bank balance this whole game to get their Vagabond value, we can still see through the overlay both have spent well over $150. And so there is still money to be spent. It's just like finding it through your gold cards, your hermits, your temperances, rather than just rocking up for interest value like we so typically would.
Yes. Great hand for Bean here. You're going to get $3 from that gold seal. Going to get $6 from the gold card. Gets a death. Although that death may... Oh, no. We used the death that Raffle saw already. So, yeah. And I didn't mention it early on, but I do feel like the Vagabond game also kind of favors Bean, who is someone who... in Balatro multiplayer all the time they have, it is very focused on the min-max of every single blind, and Vagabond is this intense mini-game of min-maxing. No idle hit though for Bean, so this PvP almost guaranteed to go to Raffle, especially with only 43 cards in the deck.
Yeah, so he's gonna...
We actually have a much fatter deck on Bean's side.
Yeah.
Unless I'm reading them.
No, Bean's got 49 right now, but Ruffle... So he's going to draw 10 cards, that takes him down to 33. If he discards 15, that takes him down to 18. If he plays another 15, that takes him down to 3 cards he won't see if he gets through absolute perfect play and discards. Although, of course, if he's holding 3 of his, or 4 of his Glass Kings of Diamonds, he'll need to discard only 4 cards rather than 5, so...
Yeah.
But holding a hand of 10 cards means it's actually possible to throw 5 cards every time because he's not limited by an 8-card hand.
Exactly. Let's listen in.
I just like forget it exists sometimes.
Right.
It's a hard habit to break.
I get that. I play so much with timer, you know, it's just the button's right there and you're waiting for your opponent.
No, I only do that to Vagabond to hurry him up when we're on gold stake and he's desperately searching for idle hits.
That's a good point.
The death is nice for
Some
Raffle.
people call it cyberbullying.
Now we
I
can
don't know.
bottom deck one of the kings here. I would throw away 5 cards. What is Raffle doing? There's no reason to hold that bonus card at all.
No, we're not going to play 2 5-card hands.
No, and we're guaranteed to hit another King of Diamonds. At this point in time, there's legitimately no reason to hold either one of them. Now, the thing is, Raffle won't have to play all the glass because of the idle hit. They would only need to play, like, 1 if Bean gets a chariot card 2 glass. The thing is, again, the math is so much more difficult on Plasma. I don't know if Raffle's going to be able to calc that.
You gotta let me know. Your idol could still miss.
Huh?
Your idol could still miss. Or did we skip? What did you skip for? It was... You want to tell me? You want to tell me if it was a smaller the big blind? That free shop could be nice.
Who says I skipped?
I had a little birdie telling me. They're not in chat, by the way. They're in the game. Jimbo told me.
Well, I need to figure out a way to shut that guy up.
Yeah, it is interesting tech being able to go and look at the extra multiplayer jokers in the collection to see how many times your opponent has skipped.
I don't know. I'm on 2 lives, man. What do you want from me?
Yeah, going down to 1 against an idol is definitely scary.
One break is totally fine for Raffle. Bean knows they can't score that because they kind of know their
It's only
base
a
score
fraction
based
of my
off
power.
of
I see.
last round is 88 million. So easy discard for Beans. Venus, as Doc would
Okay.
call him.
Well, you're gonna regret skipping because I'm gonna inform you, Idol did happen to hit again.
That's a shame.
God, even the negative leguming.
Yeah, leguming, even when it's going
Surely
to
you
be
didn't
proven
find a
false
net
in like
negative
1 second,
blueprint in the shop.
is crazy.
Ooh, yeah, that's the
That's
thing with
just pure
skipping
mental
is
torture
there's
to
always a
Raffle
net
for
negative
no
blueprint
reason.
coming up.
I mean, even when I don't skip, there is one, it turns out.
Ruffling his
Alright,
brow
see you
in
soon.
understanding of what just happened.
GG's, good luck.
It's really interesting to see the difference between these two players, be the juggler and the mime. Like the mime, I think due to the paintbrush is just better. If we didn't have that paintbrush, I think the juggler might be better just because it makes it so much easier to draw your hands. As the game goes later, though, this juggler's definitely going to be less needed. I think hallucination, crazy enough, could be a pull here, but
Like, even
yeah,
more
you also
tower
gotta
generation.
pop the judgment. Yep, another purple seal. Foil for Bean because they do have the Hone voucher. We also grabbed the Tarot Merchant, which we weren't able to grab. And to me, on Bean's side, that may lead to Bean getting out of the Vagabond a little bit sooner. I don't know. I feel like if we're going to hold Vagabond, that Tarot Merchant is not actually that ideal because there are still jokers that drastically improve our score. Chad, Photo, Dusk, Seltzer, being the big four.
I think at this point with Vagabond, you kind of need that one perfect confluence of like, okay, I've got 2 or 3 tarot cards that mean I can get my money to $60. That's the time I pivot away. Until you kind of have that nest egg to go, okay, I can make my interest now. I'm not sitting around kind of $12 or $14 awkwardly. You just kind of commit to Vagabond until it's really easy to step away from it.
Yeah, and that's what Tarot Merchant could do, is like give Bean that easy out whenever you want. But if that point never comes, we don't see a good econ joker for Bean. This Tarot Merchant could be the difference between seeing and not seeing those kind of core jokers we went over that win Raffle the game. Because right now with Vagabond, it is very easy to turn our deck into a bunch of Glass Kings.
Of course, Bean needs to remember to play the exact right amount of value to get out of the blinds, not mistakenly playing a pair rather than a flush, which we've all done it once in our lives. Just deciding exactly how much greed he wants to get, whether he wants to play a gold card or a glass card, hold the 2 cards that he's holding rather than get a new Vagabond card. But gets a lot of value out of the Mime and those gold cards in hand.
And gets a Temperance with the Fool at the end, so we can search in this shop. I wonder the plan for Raffle here to get out. They haven't drawn the clubs that I think they wanted to. Oh, you know what? All of a sudden, I'm taking back my Lover's Claim, by the way. Gothic, because right now I feel really happy to have those Lover Kings to just get me out of the blind. So, you know what? I take back. It was probably worth the couple tarots that we used them on.
And like, there's nothing that stops those becoming Glass Kings down the line anyway.
No.
But Bean now...
It was just more of like, could we have put him on a lower rank?
Yeah.
Be our way out. Oh my god, a Death Fool. Which we don't get the Temperance Fool value to kind of end the round, but right now Raffle's staying in a spot that they may have all the glass they need for the rest of the game.
And his deck,
A blue
43
steel.
cards against Bean's 50 now.
A difference in this game, Gothic could just be the flush 5 levels.
It will do a lot.
King of Diamonds. Hitting. This, in a way, could be bad for Raffle if it ends up hitting very next blind for Bean and just Bean getting value. We're in that position again where we have to make this weird decision on a skip. Or for Raffle, excuse me. And we are we are getting out of the Vagabond now. We see the reserved with the Mime, and we feel that that is good enough to give us money to search the shop for Taros and Jokers. Yes, the flush levels or the plant levels matter less on Plasma because, as we said, chips literally do nothing on Plasma once you build yourself in the Molt. The only thing it's doing is that base score that you're Xing a bajillion by. And the thing is, like, 28 Molt to start versus 14 Molt to start is an X2. It is like having an extra glass, but less impactful.
So I think Ruffle has currently 13 King of Diamonds, which is just about a third of his deck, a little less than. And so it's a big gamble to not skip here, because 2/3 of the time you're not finding the King of Hearts in that draw, or the King of Diamonds.
Because Raffle took neither of the early lives, the first two, and went down to 2, I think this is a must skip. You can't, Bean kind of said it, you can't go down to 1 life on an idle game, because it's just, it makes the game so impossible to traverse. I think once you're on 2, you kind of feel like you're always skipping for that idle hit. And you just have to take the chance. Oh, Vagabond came back.
And he does commit to the skip, as we mostly expected him to.
And we get a hit for Bean. I really think the key difference is Bean may take this life just due to Chariots and Mime. We have 2 steel cards in the deck for Bean. We have a 9 hand size. So we could easily fit both of those Chariots, and that is a 2.25x times 2.25, which is something like, I don't know, 4.1 something, maybe?
2.25 twice is 4.5, plus the extra bit on top.
You're right. You're right. It's the extra bit on top of 4.5.
And Bean getting more levels with a full card if he does want to get another flush house level, although obviously with the idol you want flush 5, not the flush house.
Yes. Alright.
Is there ever a world where Ruffle could play
listen in.
5 of a kind twice?
There is, but that's only an X2, and I just don't think that's worth it.
But this time I mean it.
Okay, let me hit.
There's
Let
a
me
rare
give
in
you-
shop.
Oh, okay, so you sold the idol for Smiley?
You know what? Got Ryan.
Raffle drew his very
best
best possible hand right
Oh.
away, which is
that
kind of
legal?
nice for Vagabond
Gonna
value
have to
for
talk to
Raffle,
Zeno on that
actually.
one. I'll give you a nice warm-up hand here.
And Bean's deck is thicker. He might just not find
Baron.
every piece that he needs. He obviously has Death Fool, though, so he's probably fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Death Fool
It's not
is
a bad
probably fine. That probably means he also gets to hold on to the steals. 2 crunch.
Gravebane,
Then we
thank
have
you ever so
9.
much.
It's not
I
the end of
appreciate
the
that.
world.
No
It
idea
does
what
make
it
it harder
scores
for idle to hit.
because Plasma's confusing.
Raffle here gets a Justice immediately from Vagabond. Honestly, Raffle should probably be playing to make sure they get all the Vagabond value. At least one more. If you want to scare Bean into thinking you possibly could have another big hand, which just seems outlandish. Star card, not really gonna matter.
Oh, I
We
should've
do
been
have
here.
1 steel in hand, and do I dare say the difference is
guess.
that extra 1.5x from
And I wish I
Mime?
had a Baron right now.
But we have level 3 flush
that's
5
right.
on Raffle's
That's what I was
side.
hoping for.
Is that 1.5x
Like, I know I
more
can't beat you
molt
in an idle
at the
seed, but I'm
start?
very
It's
grateful
so
to
hard to know
Baron
the
showed up.
math, especially on Plasma. There's so many
From that
variables.
rare skip.
I think Raffle has this by like
I did
a
my
very,
hand.
very, very small amount. No. No, the mime didn't do
Oh.
it.
What was the what were the decimal points? I think that's one singular
Oh.
flush
Yeah,
5 level.
0.6. So that's about a 5%.
Yeah, that's a single flush 5 level. Yours is at 4
Nah,
right
I
now,
got
right?
level 1.
You got okay, you just had more steel.
Oh,
than
you know
me.
what it is? I had a hiker. I got 10 extra chips on a couple of games.
That's not what it is, chat. Don't
Figure
listen to
that
that.
There's propaganda. Well, there is another level immediately.
It stinks that this game came down. Raffle used the judgment and actually got some decent hits early, and Bean just happened to use the judgment in NT2 and got a mime. And not stinks, but you know, Bean. There are claims that Bean is often lucky, and the thing is, players that are really good often come off lucky. In this circumstance, we can say Bean got lucky. Another idle hit for Raffle. I mean, it's so tough. It's so tough. You could maybe death a steal here in a crazy turn of events, or you could continue to deck thin and play these out and risk it.
I mean, if you know that you didn't win the last round, do you just kind of continue to deck fix and hope that you can find maybe 2 flush 5s or...
Did Bean saw the red seal, right? You got to play it now. You cannot skip now if you're Raffle. You have to strength that into... You have a lot to do to that. You need a strength, you need a justice, and we need some death. So this just became very tough on both these competitors. And now Bean's in a position where if their idle hits, they can skip without doing that to the red seal. I think if you're Raffle, you have to get that queen to a king before you go into this PvP.
And that's just waiting on... There's so many things that need to go right with your tarot draws to get that to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And at this point, being now well over $100 ahead spent on Ruffle, so possibly getting out of the Vagabond earlier, giving him that opportunity, especially watching these gold cards tick up at the end of the round. He's just going to have so much more.
To be fair, a lot of that difference has come from the mime and gold cards before, even with having Vagabond. So Bean has just been in a better place ever since gaining this mime from the judgment. In fact, I will say where Bean hasn't gone lucky is that the idle hits have been very consistent for Raffle versus Bean. Is that Queen of Diamonds? Do we have 5 Queen of Diamonds on Bean's side?
Well, he hasn't played his big blind yet, right?
No. I was just curious if there's any world that we played out with the red seal. Raffle forgetting about their purple seal. You saw the big frustration. In a game like this, where especially when you have this red seal, every tarot seemingly matters. So it is something to get frustrated about. Tower. Not even really anything to put the tower on. May have to risk a glass here, which, well...
He's got the King of Diamonds
Oh wait,
in
our
place,
idol's
so
on king.
a full house with kings and
never mind.
queens would be fine, I'm sure.
No strength thus far for Bean, but obviously Raffle still with the Vagabond generating quite a few more tarots. It hit King of Diamonds again for Raffle, which is just brutal. It feels like, okay, if I don't skip, my opponent turns the red seal into a king. If I do skip, then it doesn't hit in the final round, and it doesn't matter that I turn a red seal into a king. It's one of those things where it's a good thing that it hit, but it now presents itself a very difficult decision. There's also a world where Ancient lines up for being here in the final big blind, which would also lose you the game. But that seems much more likely.
I just want Bean to get through these two hands so we can see
right.
if this idol's going to hit for him. So he's going to need...
We don't find the red...
He's going to need a strength and a fool. Or
yeah, so now we can get a strength or a fool from our vagabond.
But no, he's just glassing another king. All right, 7 of diamonds on
10.
the idol hit for Bean.
Oh, if Raffle skips, they just win there, but obviously it's so hard to know that. And 7 of diamonds is... It feels like something that could hurt Raffle. I will say the decks are a little bit closer now. It's 43-46.
That's 40-46.
14-46. I mean, to be fair, Raffle has, like, any face card hit, which is majority of the deck now, is good enough.
A huge Eris level out of that tarot card there.
This trio instead of faceless seems like the wrong thing for Bean. But maybe Bean's thinking that, oh, Raffle's idol's not going to hit because mine didn't. Just a single strength is all we're looking for. Now, we could bail here. We could Temperance Hermit and be able to search the shop a little bit, and that is the decision we're going to make. It's a painful one, because we still had 3 tarots more we could have maybe looked at.
But
that is just too much money to pass up.
Yeah, like, what if
we
Dusk
also
is in
had
that
$4.
shop?
We had no choice. Well, then all of a sudden I say Raffle's the one getting lucky here, and let's stop calling Bean lucky. The issue is I do think Bean's had 9 rerolls. He does have the tarot voucher, but that
King of Diamonds.
I think
King of Diamonds.
All right, we're still in it. Just slightly better deck manipulation on Raffle's side, if I'm honest. Like I don't know how we had that 6-card advantage even when they both had Vagabond. I do know that Bean got denied a little bit of value at points, but I think it was also the decision of when we said early, we did the Temperance Fool on Bean's side versus the Strength Fool on Raffle's side. We just have a lot more King of Diamonds. We used Fool on Hangman a couple times where Bean, I think, used it for money, and it's worked out for Raffle.
I think Raffle also got more glass earlier, and so some of his broke where Beans didn't.
We sold out of the Vagabond.
It's last life, innit?
Don't love that from Raffle. It is, but I don't know. I guess because your idol hit, same thing for Raffle, it assumes your opponent hit. That's probably what happened there.
Well, business card is a nice get. If he does make it through this round, he's going to have way more money than he would have otherwise.
And he will make it through this round. Be about almost E15. Oh no, wait, we don't have the seal in hand this time. It's probably the same score almost.
It's 8 rather than
so
3.4, whatever it was. So
yeah, it's 2x.
Mm-hmm. Someone's got to get things started. I think they wrote a whole song about that.
It originally was not Let's Get It Started, chat, but don't look up what it originally was because it did not age well.
No.
It didn't age well at the time. Which is saying something.
Yeah, the song was not written about getting it started, but it was heavily edited down the line.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
It wasn't even
I'm
that far
gonna put
down the
this
line.
in.
I think it was like 6 months later. They're like, what did we do?
I guess you've gone up to E8 here, so I just need to
Anyway.
add this.
Ruffle needs to be
and
playing some face cards here. Get some money.
should
Generate
be
some
more.
value.
You don't get another one of those, do you?
Why would I throw the first one without a second one?
Right. Just intimidation factor on that first one.
And Ruffle, gonna get through the whole deck. Plays high card to
And we drew
find
the blue seal.
the purple seal so he can use his last discard for it.
All right. Ship
It
it.
gets a goal. Hey, you know what? That's honestly probably a pretty good hit for Ruffle here. Again, we
Jason
need as
ended
much
that.
money as we can.
Nope, not really.
I think you were shivering your timbers.
No, I had a better hand on the follow-up. I wasn't worried at all.
Okay.
All right, GG.
Honestly, I wonder if I tried just telling the truth against Bean, it would throw them off. Like, just be, like, almost blatantly too...
The double bluff.
The double bluff, exactly. Anyway, nice Hermit there for Raffle, but obviously Bean is also going to see it. It is more beneficial for Raffle, so we're going to get into some math here, chat. I apologize. So, because rerolls get more expensive as you use them, the more money you have, the less important the next dollar is. So that $20 for Raffle was much more important proportionally to where they were than it was to Bean. Sorry for the math. I know Doc promised you all there'd be none of it, but there's a little bit.
All right, Ruffle making 2 red seal glass queen of diamonds now.
Yes. Kind of like the hallucination instead of the tribe. What do you think, Gothic? Like, again, we know we're on 1 life. We saw how close to 1 PvP was. But I want... Oh, there we go. We get the strength. We get the strength. Okay. And, more importantly, did Bean not draw their red seal? They have 2 red seals. Did they not draw it for the justice?
They're,
Well,
they're
they have the
gold
justice
at the
in-
moment. They're both gold. So he has a justice in hand.
Oh, and a death.
So there's room for him
So
to make
we'll
3
be even.
if he can get his idol to hit.
Yeah.
Now, Ruffle can see through his whole deck, but there might be a world where he has to play the glass kings to find the glass queens, which is obviously unideal.
With 10 left, we're about to have 12 and only a couple PvPs left. It's not the end of the world. Again, the one thing that adds to this, Gothic, is if we didn't have Idol, we'd be like, well, 12 glass, 2 PvPs. If I lose 2, it's totally fine, even if they always break. But with Idol, every break does kind of hurt you because it's less chance of it hitting. Also, this may win. Okay. There's no way that Bean doesn't draw theirs. They already did it. They already did. They made a glass. They deathed it. So we have 2 red seal glass on Bean's side.
All right, Ruffles are now kings.
And we have a good hand to play to get out of here. So it's 2-2. They both have the same amount. Is Bean's gonna roll all the way down in case this is a Wraith. The old multiplayer attitude. We get 3 of diamonds for Raffle, no idle hit. It is an idle hit for Bean, which obviously scary, but it could benefit by Raffle.
There is a wraith.
And he opens it right away, and there is a
You can
Wraith.
see how mad he is about it.
And that's why you sometimes roll a little bit. You can't not use it here, I don't think. I think you ectoplasm then. If you're gonna skip it, I ecto. Personally, Gothic.
Yeah, because Ruffle doesn't have as much steel to support him in that extra hand size, and so
Yeah, we have 10, so if it hits the tribe, it hits business card. I mean, honestly, I sell tribe, but if it hits either one, it isn't like the end of the world. I mean, here, because of the Wheel of Fortunes, Bean can actually ectoplasm and guarantee it hits Ancient or Sock. Thing is, Ancient has done nothing for us in a PvP thus far, and it's not going to do anything in this one. So, Ancient's kind of like a whatever hit. You're not gonna. Obelisk. Oh, very, very lucky. Vagabond is somewhere cheering. And you know what? If these players get the same exact hand, Obelisk could be the difference maker, right? Just like the tribe could be.
It's like, how many hands does he have left to play? And what is his most played hand? Is it just flush 5, or is it high card or pair?
It's probably high card from the Vagabond. You'd have to play pairs only, likely, which is not super simple. Obviously, none of this matters if we do not get the idle hit from Raffle's side.
And our survey says King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. All right, and neither of them get the right suit, so we go in this completely even, but being obviously up a mime with steel availability and an obelisk that could scale to 2x. If Bean gets 2 steel is all they need for that mime to outscale this acrobat. And they obviously have the larger hand size, so it very much can happen.
And Ruffles flush 5, I think level 7 there.
The family instead of the tribe. We do, by the
Well,
way,
get
despite
ancient.
Bean rolling...
We don't need Ancient anymore, right?
It could hit in the final PvP. Photo over Ancient. Can we afford it? Or Photo over Acrobat works as well, especially with the red seal. That's the difference. That's this PvP in Raffle's favor now. The mime all of a sudden offset by that photo, which will trigger 3 times for an X8. We would need 3 steel to make up for that on Bean's side, which is possible, actually. Maybe I spoke too soon. And then the family, you need another 2 steel. Oh, man. We're going to listen in. I'm not going to try and do the math. Just enjoy it.
In the multiplayer mod, there's a Joker that scales based on the amount of skips you take. So it skips versus your opponent.
Okay.
That's how I was able to tell if you skipped or not, because in
Zeno?
the collection. you can see the
Zeno?
difference.
Rampant cheating allegations happening in Major League Balatro.
We're trying to get more bans, more things banned from Major League. No buffering, and skip off's gone after this match, I think.
It is confirmed gone after this match.
Oh.
I forgot after the
Okay.
last one to do it. You can clip it and send it to Bean.
Well, I guess it depends if you got another one of these or not.
Wow, Bean shipping that one without the red seals to force turn order to me is a little nutty.
Okay.
Gothic.
I would
Also
expect
missing out on
Because their glass breaking matters.
also missing out on like going from a 1x to a 2x on your obelisk by the time you've played 5 hands.
I think he actually did it to gain the obelisk value, but my issue with this is glass breaking makes it harder for your idol to hit. Like, our idol
get money
should
for
be
extra
hitting
hands
every
in,
time, but it's a little scary.
The
You
PvP
know.
rounds? What was that?
You don't.
Okay.
Raffle sees every card in the deck,
Might as well play down to
so
dusk.
guaranteed to get both red seals. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just get rid of 1 glass. The way Raffle did that was not ideal. You can decide if you need to actually get rid of 3 cards here. Or... Alright, you get both.
Alright.
I don't know what the math is here.
Nobody does.
The photo versus the mime.
Actually, I don't think I need the dusk here.
What?
Quick math.
Oh.
I've
Wait,
been
we
doing a
have
lot of
3
nano
red seals on
phones, so-
Bean's side? I didn't realize all 3 were kings. Oh, no. I don't know.
That was a lot of broken glass.
E20.
Still got 1 glass red seal though.
How does he keep doing it?
I think Bean wins this by an X2. We'll see.
What suit did you go for?
Hearts.
Oh my god, Bean's red seals may not break because of the order they're
That's a shame.
positioned in. We'll see.
Should have been spades.
I guess so. Yeah.
Like, what are we debating, Bean?
It's so close. I mean, Bean could decide to build up Obelisk more, or make sure they go for 5 red seals. That actually could be a crazy play because
Right,
we're down to 1 on Raffle's
I get
side.
there, right? Probably not.
So you think Bean just kind of passes this round?
Is doing math allowed?
No,
Jacob, can we get a ruling?
I didn't.
I think maybe.
Math is for nerds anyway. Do you really want to be caught being a nerd in front of chat?
You're right.
You just got to grip it and rip
Yeah,
it.
you gotta put this one there because this one's going and this one's going. And then we
If
just do
that
this for science
happens,
purposes.
if Bean somehow avoids the red seals breaking,
Enjoy your gold seal farm.
Oh,
it was just enough.
No.
It was just enough.
I
the mime.
really didn't think that was enough. I really didn't think so.
Well, you got me,
Wait.
unfortunately.
You're not gonna like what put the nail in the coffin.
It was the obelisk. The obelisk won it. Vagabond, go
What could it have
annoy
been?
Bean. Go, Vagabond, go to chat right now.
Guess there's one way
Until
to
he
find
responds
out.
to you.
I guess so.
What a game, Gothic.
all right. I gotta run to the bathroom before
And
getting
Surely
to
this
this.
3 of a kind that I have left will make up the
Yeah.
difference, right?
A lot of it came down to
Oh
the,
god,
yeah,
they all
'cause-
broke.
the,
Oh, it's the
mime.
It's the
Totally broke.
obelisk just what did it? No.
It was from a wraith, and I decided to keep
I
it.
was-
Normally, I just frame one, sell that.
I mean, it wasn't just, it was the mime just as much as the obelisk though, right? Because 2x, you were more than 2x over me. So you could have sold the obelisk and been fine.
How did your idol keep hitting? Wait. I'm
No,
looking
I
at
just
your
shattered
deck
like,
here.
I think I lost maybe
He
8
lost
pieces of
8
glass in the
glass
last
here.
blind.
I see. You have been playing at every PvP. I haven't been
Yeah,
playing as much.
I had 2 red seals. I think I lost 3 in the first one, and then no, I think I maybe shattered 4 in the first hand, and then all 3 I think broke on the last one. I discarded a lot of glass. Like I had at one point like 15 or more than double this number of kings.
Yeah, there was just that vagabond was locked in, the 8-ball and the tarot tycoon. There's so many tarots in that seed. It's kind of crazy. So that was just a flush 5 with
All right, I'm back.
Yeah,
idol no
I
answer.
didn't hit an ancient joker a single time.
Same. I didn't use it once.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there. We both
The
went
one
diamonds.
time it hit one singular, like I'm not even talking, like even for the blinds, I think it hit one singular time, and it hit like a 3 of diamonds as well.
Yeah, I mean we're both going king of diamonds and both dealing with that.
Okay. So you know what? That's what I get for trusting you. I think I almost brought it back with the I didn't see the mime. Where did the mime come from?
Judgment.
It was double. I fooled a judgment actually, so it was pretty hidden. I
Okay.
thought you had it honestly because you were talking about the Baron, and I'm like, oh, he probably saw the mime, and that's why he's bringing up the Baron because it's a high card seed. You really got me.
Well, I only had 1 steal, so it wasn't going to be worth it to.
I was keeping it for the gold with Vagabond
Yeah.
mostly.
That makes sense. I didn't have a lot of gold by the end of it too, because I kept having to make everything glass.
Oh, close.
Oh, I know.
Close match.
I don't think that at that, especially on plasma, I think it's really, really difficult to get closer in score than we got on like 2 of those blinds.
Multiple, yeah. And like we're not even running the same build.
No, that. Well, I mean, we probably were when we were like
Right.
such a small fraction of a percent off. But when we that last one, we deviated quite a bit and still ended up.
I was fully confident that that hand lost. Like all I was up was 3 red seals from last time. I was like 32x. That's probably not.
Yeah,
5
I think I was.
but-
Well, the difference was I think I was down a red seal that I might have missed. I think after one of the recent PvP blinds, I got Temperance and Hermit, so I just said the Vagabond's gone. I need Jokers, and that's how I was
Yeah.
able to get the photo and the.
I
family.
did you get out of Vagabond before the second Vagabond came? Because I sold out of Vagabond.
No.
The next shop there was another one. I'm like, that
No,
better
that-
not be a blueprint.
Wait, That could have been the
It might
family
have been
though.
the family. Did
Yeah.
you sell out of Vagabond for the family?
I can't remember, but it might have. No, I sold out of I had Acrobat at one point. So maybe I just wasn't.
Oh, I see.
Maybe you were further in the shops than me just because of the mime on the gold cards.
Yeah, it was a lot of econ from that and faceless.
It's time for gold
All
stake.
right. Well, I don't think it gives me a great chance at winning, but I gotta take you to gold stake.
No,
So, you know, I sent you a
I
knew it was
knock
happening.
for streaming together over on
give
Twitch,
me
that
red
thing.
deck.
All right.
I was just
I need
about
my
to
discard
ask you
back.
the same thing.
I mean, I get it back too.
Wants to collaborate? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
but
accept
I'm
that.
not used to the two discards. How do you even find your
You
cards? You're
make
like
sure you
drawing a
mute
pair, and
yourself
That's all you
on
got.
the stream
Yeah.
together.
Look, even I know you don't
And
always go pair in
then-
PvP.
I think you need to go.
Even
The
on gold
shared chat
stake.
is on. Perfect.
All right.
There we go.
Well, good luck to you. You gotta at least let me get one. I need some points. You gotta let me get one win off of you.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Good luck.
All right.
Good luck.
Gold deck, red stake. That's right. Gold stake, red deck. Couldn't be more different.
Yeah. Interesting. Bean's gonna take the free shop. I don't hate that on gold stake, but it's interesting to see these multiplayer players really love the free shop, even on white stake. So not surprised here to see it on gold stake. I don't. Maybe it makes sense.
And Ruffle here suffering through the low-scoring flush to get out of the first blind. At least he found the whole thing. I've had times where recently could not find a flush in that first blind and just got completely punished.
It's a lot of mult possibilities.
Yeah, I do not love a rental
More
on
of a
gold,
kind
but
level? I don't. I probably sell out of that if I'm being. Also, did we grab the 4 of a kind level? Is that what we grabbed?
I couldn't say.
I missed it. I was messaging Vagabond the moment that he selected. Yeah, that seems audacious. I definitely prefer the Earth card there. It's much easier to get a full house than it is a 4 of a kind. But, you know.
Scary on Ruffle's side, like
Credit
not
to
being able to really commit to any good mult. He takes the Sly Joker just because he knows he's not really going to be able to get through these early blinds with just +2 mult if he doesn't spend any money.
Yeah.
And that is a...
It's 2 pair. I think me get him there? No. I mean, get some halfway there. Are we committing to ride the bus if we are being? Probably not. We're going to grab the pants.
Like, there's some deep part of my gut that just says Ruffle has lost this because he committed to an eternal pair 50 chips Joker. Having that spot be taken up the whole game now, I think he's just never going to be able to build up to 5 Jokers that are going to outclass whatever Bean finds, provided they don't kind of diverge wildly.
Raffles Discord is getting botted.
Oh, lovely.
So he's going to figure that out. I'll let Bean know really quick.
Yep, sure thing. All right, now business card is tough if you are going to commit to ride the bus because you want to play your face cards for the cash.
We may have a delay. I'll put on a halftime show, Gothic. I know those aren't really a thing in the UK. You guys actually appreciate the sport that you're watching, unlike Americans, but I can dance.
We can leave our friends
Is this
behind.
an advanced leguming psyop is the craziest comment I have ever seen. I need to pin that. Where are you? There There we go. You get a 20-minute pin. Thank you, Josh Stott. Just make the halftime show a second game. There you go. Can I belly dance? I actually can't.
My sister was in belly dance society at university, but that's all I know of the matter.
Honestly, I wish I could. It seems like, I mean, like, first of all, fantastic workout. I can do anything I put my mind to. I have always, wow, Red Seal Holographic King. What a grab for Bean. And it makes this business card pretty worth it. Yeah, I guess Bean's still playing while Raffle deals with this, so we can commentate on that half of things.
Yeah, he's just not gonna.
We have the business card.
Not gonna hit the timer.
Yeah, but no.
Or
Have the business card, have the bootstraps. We're in a good spot. This is exactly why I prefer the full house, because right now we could just discard to go after it. We could also just play a straight if we want to play 3 face cards. But I think Raffle's going to aim to look and find more queens for the final hand.
there's another straight. And that holographic king going to solve everybody's problems. The 20 mult off of that is just so free. Although trips, you get 3 card triggers rather than 2 off of the king. So
up to $31, and this is really good for Bean. A, it's just great to have economy and gold stake, but B, oh my god, we get a copy of the purple. So this is all of a sudden turning closer and closer in the white stake. Maybe at least purple stake for Bean in terms of difficulty. It's a good amount of money. We have generation. We have a good amount of face cards. We at least have mult to survive this next upcoming ante. I like it. They are talking. I'll listen in.
thank you, Turtle Pug, for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, Ruffle is playing cards, so either has the situation in hand enough to continue, or has just kind of left the dumpster fire to be.
Yeah, Raffle went ahead and deleted every single channel and then blocked entry into the Discord, which honestly, good move, because I do think Discord should be able to pull back the channels later after submitting a ticket. But yeah, that the big failure on Discord's part, the fact that that was allowed to happen, because it obviously shouldn't be able to. And we'll go ahead and go into this big blind shop.
Well, looks like further administration needed because we're not cashing out. Oh, there we go. So Bean did take the overstock voucher. Ruffle can afford it along with business card, but that'll be him pretty much spent. Which is then his plus mult, which is a real tough line to draw. Or could skip for the $25. But it's just going to keep playing, get the interest, and then think about buying the voucher.
Yeah, I definitely think we need this voucher. I will say, Bean had it going into this big blind, the business card. I wonder, did we roll once? Or did it come from a judgment? Chat, did I just miss?
Ruffle just didn't buy it in the shop.
Oh.
It was he had $14. It was there in the shop
Oh.
with the voucher, and he just took the interest instead to get overstock.
Okay, I apologize. That is surprising, though.
Apology accepted.
Definitely want any kind of econ generation.
And like, I know the stress of trying to get to a stream that is going on, especially one where you're collaborating with other people and then you have technical difficulties, but I can't imagine the stress of the admin of having to fix being botted in the middle of a PvP game where the points really do matter.
Yeah, no, complete. I mean, your mental state is... You don't need any physical traits to compete in Balatro, but you definitely need a healthy mind.
So I think as commissioner, you should step in and say, guys, we're running it back. We're going to reset the seed. Speechless.
Much of an option. Okay.
I feel like if I did that, I should have done it probably
Just one of
before the
these.
PvP.
Yeah. The moment passed.
It seems pretty good.
It's not too shabby.
C-Dubs sending Ruffle some love.
Did you get the rental fortune teller? That extra malt was carrying me through.
I can believe that, yeah. No, I did. Of course I picked it up. Everyone knows how much I love Fortune Teller.
Right.
Well, we do have a pair set up on Raffle's side. So Space Joker, it's going to be a Gambit. I think it's probably going to be the route we go. Obviously, with this red deck, it's more likely that Bean can consistently draw like the 4 of a kinds, these big hands he's kind of searching for. But a reminder, we are on gold stake. Like, it feels weird because it feels like Bean's in a very good position. But I think if you're on Raffle's side, you just have to hope that there's not more available in the shop coming forward. And also, again, Bean just needs to brick one draw. That's a life lost, and all of a sudden we're even.
Yeah, we don't have that extensive tarot generation that we had in the previous round at all. Like, there's a purple seal, I think, is just 2 purple seals because we deathed it. So
2 purple seals.
it does have some work going on there for him.
Maybe that's enough. The 2 purple seals.
Ruffle just barely making it out of the blind there with 3,300 points on a 3,200 point goal. And there's the idol.
Oh. I mean, yeah, actually, I think Ruffle may have to take Burnt here. We're committed to the pair build. Yeah, I mean, the route for Raffles win here. Oh, no, he does take the idol. I thought the route for Raffles win is you skip the idol and then you just kind of pray that it doesn't work out for your opponent. And I don't think it's a prayer that's like you just threw the game at that point. There's no chance you win. I think there's a lot of seeds on Gold Stake where your opponent's never going to get that idol online. I will say the fact that Bean has 2 purple seals makes it a lot more possible.
Yeah, like maybe you have to take idol and then really focus in on like 4s or 5s rather than face cards, because you know your opponent's going to go for those face cards. So you have to pivot in a way where you think there might be some ground to be made up, because if you're going to try and play the exact same way they're likely going to play, you're probably on the back foot with the Eternal Joker that you've already taken and the commitments that you've already made up to this point. Spaceman doing nothing. 6 cents.
Okay. Can you do 6 cents? Oh my god, a second King Red Seal? What is up with... This is just insane. You can try and do 6 cents, Gothic, but I just... I mean, maybe you do it one time. Like, again, you're just risking not getting your draw. Bean's not even going to do it. I mean... Oh, or I do like this play. You hold on to it to see if you were going to get your draw, and then maybe you could play it, but... Yeah, the no business card decision definitely puts Raffle quite a bit behind.
And I do wonder if that Red Seal holographic king had been at the bottom of the deck, would Bean have gotten out of there comfortably at least?
You always draw it.
Yeah, that's the way you go forward. You just find one really good card and you always draw it, and you never lose.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is a lot. I mean, the smiley face rental isn't the worst thing in the world, but that's not a fun rental. We also did lose a life on Raffle's side. We did lose a life on Bean's side. So Gold Stake really coming through. Well, not breezing through every blind, but breezing through some of them.
And Bean here now wanting to discard 6s anyway.
Did you?
Well, actually, we both died to the small blind, so.
Well, let's not go too far. One of us died to the big blind, which is notably very much bigger.
It is larger, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I play red deck, though, because my potential here, quite high, if the cards show up.
Do have to show up, though, don't they?
Yeah, it's a problem I ran into in the small blind. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, yucks, I used my discard too soon.
Minus a purple seal, minus $5 for Bean, but gets the 4 of a kind.
Goodbye, ride the bus value.
Which one?
I feel like Raffle's gonna be able to see the
Probably
score and know
this.
they can't put it up. It's gonna be pretty insanely high.
Alright.
And there's a lot of Queen of
Here it
Hearts.
Ooh, Spaceman proc there, by the way.
You getting Spaceman procs? Wait, that means I'm due for one, right?
It's gonna hit on this hand.
That's a nice
Does it
amount
bring
of
you up to
points,
69?
chat.
It's one transposition to being perfect.
Yep. Oh, nope.
Okay. I was gonna be sad if I lost that one. I made a minor error, but it was calculated.
Oh, a stickerless rebate for Raffle. The thing is, can Raffle survive these blinds?
Especially considering he just lost some of his mult in the ride the bus. He's getting out of that now.
Yeah. Like the bootstraps was in a okay-ish place, but we obviously want to,
Spend
spend
money.
money to find better things. That's why, I mean, it's never bootstraps in a multiplayer game, because in a multiplayer game, you're always striving for better, versus, I feel like in an anti-8 run, you can at some point be like, this is enough money. I don't have to be better. I just have to beat the next blind. In PvP, you always have to strive for more and more and more. The Blackboard probably saves Raffle. Emphasis on the probably. I don't know.
All that time with Space Joker and just a level 2 pair.
Yeah, that's a common day with Space Joker. I think Raffle is not going to have enough here to beat the blind. The more I look at the math here, we're going to be at like 100 times. Wait, Raffle didn't get... Oh, never mind. We're going to be okay. With Blackboard value, actually, yeah, it's 40. It's like 4,500. Actually, I miss... because they both lost lives last ante, I thought we were an ante ahead. I didn't realize it's only 9k at the moment. Still, Raffle needs to consistently get this value, but we at least are alive.
And with a suit changer and a strength card, maybe something like Flush House gets enough base value to kind of keep us moving forward. But it's kind of, it's surviving, not thriving, and it's not going to be enough, I worry.
Yeah, right now, it's, I mean, you put it perfectly, I think, Gothic. It is exactly that. We are surviving. And we're not really building towards anything versus being, I mean, look at the deck. It's gorgeous. And again, a lot of it's off the back of that business card that Raffle passed that, again, don't want to harp on it too much because I do think Raffle got a tad bit distracted with everything going on.
Raffle has disconnected for me.
Yeah, for me too.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Quick refresh for him.
And we're alive. Oh my god. Did we hit a wheel on that? Ice cream for 10 molt? On Beanside?
Well,
I think we did. I think this wheel does give a holographic.
It didn't to Raffle. Unless there's another one.
There must be another one. We do have purple seals on Beanside, so it could have very likely ripped to this ante.
And Immolate hits the glass 6. Never like to see it, but hopefully not the end of the world. Question in chat, Zeno, is the wheel Q anti-based?
Yes. And there you go. It is anti-based. My YouTube chat is flooded by bots. They're not even coming through on the restream. Okay. Let me go ban them all. You got this, Gothic. Oh, we just skip. Yeah, this feels very targeted by someone. First Raffles chat, or Raffles Discord, and then my YouTube chat. And then we had several bots probing my Discord, so obviously someone not a big fan of Major League Balatro. Well, that's okay, because they're probably a fucking loser, or a child, who's also a loser, but hopefully they grow out of it.
Been thinking about the Vagabond again.
Ah,
It's only 5
since-
turns of it.
If we had the same rebate as Raffle, I don't do this. But because ours is perishable, I think I'd go with the Vagabond. Also, with Raffle on 1 life, it could definitely give you something to just like win here. But let's see.
Like Moon Strength versus Chariot Death is certainly some manipulation
Find
into
the
a strong
cards.
hand, but
I thought that was banned for
Can we put
PvP.
me-
is it going to be enough?
Oh, right. True, it is disabled. I forgot about that part. That's unfortunate.
Is it?
Can we find any more Deuce of Clubs? We can. That's huge. That's flush 5 in clubs, right?
Try one of
Yeah, that's a
these.
flush 5.
Come on,
We
surely I
don't
still find
get
the cards I
the
Okay.
blackboard
No.
value, which is
But with Idle,
Oh, no, we
Idle on
will.
2 of clubs.
well, no. It's better to just put all the clubs in the moon. It's gonna be close.
Here
I think
Is
Bean may
the
have
hand.
it though. That's 2. That's like 2 X's down there. Well, no,
it's smaller
no.
every time.
Especially with the glass
Hmm.
deuce.
You're not even making me work for it this time.
What a draw by Raffle. I do have questions,
shouldn't take any
Gothic, on
chances
what we
here on
do
1
from
life.
here, but this is a PvP victory.
Probably smart. Oh,
Of course, 1 breaks.
Okay. That's a big number.
What do you mean, what do we do from here?
It's not a small one.
For Raffle.
All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, just like in regards to his path forward in the game, not like, oh, every stream's exploding, and I guess we're just gonna go and crawl in a hole and turn all the computers off.
No. What does Raffle do in the game here? I mean, we sell bootstraps for this photo. We got 2 of clubs again. I mean, we could skip. We have 4 2 of clubs. We could do. I don't know.
And it's two blinds you don't have to risk playing on gold stake
Yeah.
with mediocre hands.
We're gonna need we actually need like a flush house to get out.
Three
okay, maybe that was
pairs
exaggeration.
with face cards in, but that's not one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not so bad.
We unfortunately have to just discard this without rebate value because we have to play all pairs.
Right now, this has just turned into me entirely watching what's happening with Ruffle's side of things and not paying any attention to what's going on with Bean.
Well, it's funny because Bean has so much more they can do. They have both these purple seals. They also still have the rebate, though only 1 thing left with it. Uh-oh. Is this enough? I don't think so. I think that's GG. We got a very bad draw from Raffle's side. All
He's fine.
red
fine.
in diamond cards. Oh, yeah. I thought for sure because the 10 molt with with the blackboard was not going to be multiplied at all. That was not going to be enough. A nice hangman and magician.
And everyone's favorite ball, I'm talking about Venus.
How dare you? I am appalled and offended.
Well, I'm downpulled and unended.
get rid of the lucky. I mean, I guess. No, you can't. We can't. There's no way. We can't. We can't sell the rebate. That's giving up. I don't like that play.
How many pairs do we have in Constellation right now? 23.
Well, in Constellation, 0. But Supernova, we got 23.
That's the one. It's all space stuff, right?
It's all space stuff. We had Space Joker earlier.
We had Ruffle screaming into a vacuum.
Unfortunately, I feel like the real only chance for Raffle right now is a misdraw from Bean, and Bean is actually doing a pretty solid job. Oh, I was gonna say thinning out the deck, but doesn't use the Fool on the Hangman and grabs a Mars. I'm a little surprised by that. Thought we were gonna Fool that for another Hangman, get down to 50, start feeling really good about getting the draws.
10 of spades for Ruffle's Idol going into the boss blind, I believe. Yes, I can check our wonderful overlay and see the pips in the top left corner of his screen.
Again, this overlay done by support class. We do have 3 10 of spades now. 4 10 of spades now. And a Justice. And level 4 of a kind.
And his deck is 5 cards thinner than Bean's.
It is.
Like, I don't like to play
It's still gonna
favorites
be
as a
tough.
commentator, but I would love to see Ruffle clinch this victory and go to 1 point just to
Oh, it would be.
see him kind of retaliate through the horrible Discord attack he had to get through earlier. And Bean with 64,240 points again. Just the number he loves to make.
Idle hit for Bean. That is. They heard what you wanted, Gothic. You can never tell the Balatro gods.
They will smite you down.
Yeah. They don't want to see us happy.
Well, I'll keep my prayers to myself ahead of my game tomorrow with Nemo.
1 second. Oh, I'm getting a call.
All right, how we looking?
Well, I said the cannons were loaded last time, and then you kind of made a fool of me. But the cannons are loaded here, so you don't gotta worry about that.
Okay. Happy to hear that.
Alright, and Bean, with his hand,
They are indeed loaded.
flush 5, King of Hearts, 2 glass.
He's gonna put up like an E number in gold stake in what I think was not an easy gold stake seed, mind you. I think Bean navigated this beautifully.
Yeah, you started with that though. Was that a pair?
Maybe. This supernova is not going to ramp itself.
Right.
The King of Clubs being a red seal
Is
holographic
it-
means it's putting
I
up
don't think
20
it
extra
is.
mult ahead of all the other X-mult going on here.
There's no way I feel like this is better than playing the extra king.
'Cause
Well, I guess
this
it's a 2x on
is
chips.
with that- Okay. Here,
So weird.
here's the
Hands.
cards.
I kind of feel like just the flush 5 with all the King of Hearts might be best, but maybe I'm wrong.
This is why we don't have the calculator, so that
Don't
we
like
get
how
this
long
fuzziness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely can't beat that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big number for gold stake.
I mean,
Guess
I've seen
Eternal
bigger.
Joker
I just...
Have you gotten a gold stake in an imp?
No, I tried like for one stream and like because it has such a high failure rate, chat became annoying and I didn't want to do it ever again. So
Yeah,
maybe
I
I'll
think
try
if I-
sometime off stream, but
I think if I tried, it'd probably be longer than my 100% stream.
I mean I've got this for you at least.
Oh, you also took that. Just
Very similar. I mean, they end up
I
with
got
similar
a
S
lot of
jokers
glass
at the
from
end.
the
It's
Terra
just
Merchant at the end there.
I couldn't get my econ under control to make that kind of play.
Yeah, it's just this business card. I think it was like 75%.
I had the business card showed up when I still needed the bus to survive the blinds.
The bus. I was doing bootstraps instead because I got.
oh,
I didn't have to pay
so
that
that's why
price.
Raffle didn't grab it.
Yeah, I did that, but it got a little too low.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, but at least for a second I was just like, what? I
just
thought it
need,
truly was
like,
just they
Can we
did not
get
register
something
as
that isn't an
business card.
idle seed for a change?
Yeah, that's been both games. Just
Yeah.
idle hits or not, and then the lives dwindle from that.
All right, Balatro gods have
At least
heard
I'm getting practice.
that we
like,
are definitely getting
managing
an idle seed.
idle off hits, but
Yeah,
I needed that
yep,
before
yep.
matching up against you, not during the
You
matchup.
learned Gothic.
All right.
All right,
Game
one.
I'll be
three.
right back.
Okay.
On you again.
Yeah, we're going back to gold stake, so it worked so well this time. Surely it's
Come
it's a
on.
foolproof.
You haven't learned. You haven't learned. We could go to like green deck or something. I'll take anything.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna go Nebula deck if anything.
oh.
Are we sticking
True, I
on?
was using my toe slots there. Yeah, I think I got to go red.
All right,
All right.
all right.
Same matchup.
Zeno, don't you dare put an idol in the seed.
Oh,
Good luck
Ruffle
to you.
doesn't know I put it there.
All right, that's an easy.
There's the $25 skip coming up. Something I would definitely be thinking about. But first of all, we have to see if we can get out of these blinds. Ruffle going towards the straight.
I leave for 1 second and chat asks what the score is. I didn't have the score up for 1 second. I swear, Gothic, you always have to have the score of the game up.
It's on the overlay.
It was changing for 1 second while I reset it, and I got three messages.
Well, you stepped away to take your phone call, and Ruffle looked dead at the camera, pointed at the camera, and said, Zeno, don't you dare put an idol in this seed. And I just wanted him to know that I put
John
it there.
Favreau's got bad news for him.
I put the
We're
idol there.
running it back. Okay. There you go. Yeah. That's what we believe on.
All right. Ruffle committing to straights, it seems.
Well, again, runner is, as Doc has said, as many have said. Oh, I have Raffle still unmuted. Runner is, sorry, I lost my train of thought because I had to mute Raffle. Runner is a pair card. You build it up so that you can have chips with your pairs, or high card, for example. I think we're taking this Crazy Joker just to survive.
Yeah.
If we could have just gone a Saturn level, though, I prefer that over the Crazy Joker because, I mean, A, it's expensive, but also B, we actually want to play like 2 straights to scale the runner more quickly.
And once again, Bean taking the economy Joker.
Yes. Gets out, survives.
Well, he found a straight flush, so it makes it easy to get out with no scoring in the first big blind when you do. And there is a Bean and a Brainstorm.
That Brainstorm is going to greatly benefit Bean over Raffle, and I fear that this is going to give not an insurmountable lead, but it is going to give one heck of a lead to Bean until we find another Econ Joker that Raffle could utilize.
Well, what about a polychrome delayed gratification?
Not copyable by Brainstorm, unfortunately. Sorry, the Balatro gods heard. Let me specify a copyable Econ Joker. They had to give us the one that did.
They gave us egg as
It's
well.
also $9.
Egg's right there,
Wow,
waiting.
this could be a sigil into a lot of straight flushes, or for Raffle.
We're going clubbing.
Also, a lot of wow. There was not a lot of clubs in that draw, so we have a metric ton now. We also probably have flush house as a way to win this PvP. Gotta take the polychrome probably for the 1.5. Bean will see Brainstorm in this upcoming shop chat.
Ruffle, show us the deck. We want to see your clubs.
I don't know if I want to see Raffle's clubs. Raffle can keep his clubs to himself.
He hides them on the backside of his body where he doesn't have a back of a shirt, as Nandre informed me.
Yeah, it's a crazy setup.
21 clubs. But only jacks, 10s, and 6s to make a flush house by the looks of things.
A 4 of a kind level. I mean, it's likely we can get 4 of a kind with this Bean for this PvP.
And again, using the Hanged Man to get rid of 2s instead of 9s or 7s.
Yeah, it's intriguing. Bean really hates the idea of ever getting hacked.
That's,
as a joke.
he's a consummate professional. There's no hacking for him.
Yeah. I mean, the money difference as it stands is going to be $50 because of this faceless Brainstorm. I mean, it's just brutal for Raffle. Reserve parking now? Oh, chat. Passes, or no, grabs it. Some fast clicking.
See,
a face or a scary
yeah,
face.
why buy and use the Temperance when you can buy the Temperance, buy a 5th Joker, then use the Temperance?
I probably a misplay. I always forget to do it, and then I slam my head against the back of my chair.
Making more
Just
jacks of
making
clubs.
extra jacks. Only one uncommon Joker. Yeah, there's a lot of seeds where Raffles plays these 2 games work out. Unfortunately, it's not been these 2 seeds.
How's your idol looking this
It's
time?
really been brutal.
It didn't hit, so I decided not to follow you on that skip.
Hmm. Makes sense.
But I'm surprised by that skip. There's a lot I want to do in these plans. I don't think $25 can justify missing one.
I need to take notes on these legumings before I have
$25
Ruffle in
is
my
a lot
match
of
in
money.
2 weeks' time, and Bean, I think, in... No, Bean in 2 weeks
Maybe
and
for
Ruffle in
some.
3 weeks, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mr. $10,000 money bag tournament over here.
Yep. Yep. That just the Balatro bucks come easily with this Joker I've got. Actually, oh, I just realized it's debuffed here. It's not even helping me.
Like, I'm hitting straight flushes without even having to discard. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're putting up the numbers you're putting up with skipping there.
Wow, Raffle, I don't think should play that hand. We could have
Ooh,
waited to
let's
see
do
what Bean
one
put
of
up,
these,
and then decided or not if we wanted to get the $6 from delayed
and
gratification.
then surely I don't miss it. It's okay.
Well,
Not my
bottom
best
deck's all the jacks.
work. Okay. I guess that's all I got.
All right. Well, I need all the lives you're gonna give me, so
Oh, works out for Raffle.
I'll take it.
All right. See you
Good
soon.
luck.
Pays that rental fee, but then does get out with the delayed gratification cash.
Definitely think we sell crazy for Supernova here, just to not pay the rental fee going forward. What does EAN stand for? Where are you seeing EAN? Oh, never mind. The commenters are being funny. Raffle surely saying something about C-dubs. Surely saying something about C-dubs as we see this Ouija. It's a simple play for being with the cryptid.
I think we gotta, right?
We can't deal with the less hand size. It's so brutal. Once this bean is gone.
He's got the paintbrush.
How many cards is it? Oh, he's running it.
Oops, all deuces.
Well, you're really hoping for a face card. If I'm not gonna get a face card, I rather it be twos. 3, 4s, or 5s, so. We are now a hack away from this game. Looking nice for Raffle, maybe.
Just a nice idol. Always picking the twos.
I mean, it's possible.
It's in the script, Zeno. Keep up.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to read. I don't know how I've gone to this point, but
I got an email recently to my Gothic Lord UK email, and it had all of my information, and it was talking about who I was, and I was like, what is going on? How do they know? And it was my shipping documentation for my Balatro jersey. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together very fast.
classic. I've accidentally purchased things with my business email before, and I was like, wait, what is happening?
It's terrifying.
Cookie Brigade Buffy.
I assume it's coming by plane, not
Interesting
boat,
that-
but I have no idea.
I believe so as well. We're playing a lot of 4 of a kinds to get Supernova up on 4 of a kinds, and I just don't think that's necessarily the play, but I guess it's not. Oh my god, the family is coming up, but it's 5 rerolls deep. There's no way. There's no way we see it. Oh, that would have been so good for, I mean, both of our competitors, but really good for Raffle, and I fear that is the nail in the proverbial coffin.
Chat.
Hack was there. Well, the thing is, chat, Raffle is done shopping. So he can't see the hack. And also, hack does nothing right now without glass. Yeah, I mean, this. I think you just gotta take the Econ Joker no matter what. Is what this is telling us. Like, again, it's just been so widened by the brainstorm. This game would be a lot closer if it wasn't for the brainstorm. We also have an Eternal Hit the Road 4 Bean, which isn't the worst Exmalt, but I think with the amount of money we're generating, crazily enough, even on Gold Stake, we probably can afford to pass it up.
And are those jacks where he wants to be playing his 4 of a kinds? So
Yes. So it'd be more so like, oh, we have enough jacks now, I can discard extras. It'd be a little weird. 8-ball with the brainstorm is not terrible, but not really a place to get rid of anything except for Scary Face. We're gonna go ahead and listen in.
Okay. I may have gone a little off the rails here.
Interesting. How many? Do you have a lot of Eternals right now? I saw a lot that were tempting me.
No, that's not the issue.
Maybe the opposite of that.
No,
You'll
no,
have to
no.
tell.
You'll see soon enough. Relax. It's gonna be
Alright.
okay.
Let's try this.
That seems better than what I'm capable of right now.
You'd be surprised how quickly. it
Interesting
scales.
part too with Gothic about Major League Balatros. With Glass, you never
sure, for
know if it's a huge Joker difference or your opponent just has 4 glass
Alright.
cards or something.
GG.
Yeah, like it's such like a disorienting thing where you're playing PvP and suddenly you see your opponent post scores that are eons
The
above.
faceless- Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, this family is so good in this run that is a huge win for Bean. But now that Raffle has faceless, how many face hurts do we have? How many did that Ouija like hurt? I guess that's the question.
There's a polychrome
But it's a
3 of
little-
spades. Shame it's not a 2 of spades. If Ruffle found that, that would be something else to help, but 13 strength's not going to happen.
Problem. True, but I think we may grab it for like a flush house. It at least works with hack.
Yeah, as I was saying, like if you're playing PvP and your opponent just posts some humongous score that you can't even comprehend, it's hard to even deduce
Yeah.
where that change of score might have come from.
Yeah. We didn't use the glass that round for Bean. Versus Raffle places it, so unblocks Justice from showing up in, let's say, the Arcana pack. And then with just the sheer amount of 2s that Raffle has, it is likely that if we do see a Justice in our Arcana pack...
There's a Justice right in the shop. And a death.
Okay. We have 5 glass. I mean, we have accomplished it on Raffle's side. We're going to have 2 for Bean, however. Yeah, we really, really wish we could have saw that hack last ante for Raffle, but of course, hack can always come back.
Doc, that
In
is
fact,
how we attract hacks.
that is, speaking of hack, not that this is a hack, but that call was actually from an about how a comedy show I was supposed to go to tomorrow got canceled, unfortunately.
Have I told you the tale about how I used to do stand-up comedy?
I mean, you still do. You just do it on Twitch.
Ew. I
guess the real... No, go ahead.
I keep telling my my viewers, if I ever get to 100,000 subscribers, I'll release the tapes.
I've never, ever in my life heard a better incentive to go subscribe to Gothic Lord UK. I want these so bad. Twitch is sit-down comedy? Not if you're Raffle.
I had
Scoring too much there.
could be
Oh, a polychrome juggler.
the case that Ruffle simply never sits because he has hemorrhoids, and this is his only way of gaming and not having to sit.
That's the most non-Dre thing I've ever heard out of you, Gothic. But it makes you wonder. I think it's possible.
There's,
Oh, we have Hone! the Hone made that 3 polychrome, and it was only holographic for Raffle. So Hone having a slight difference there. Not one that I think is gonna be too vital in this game, but
And Bean just so many more rerolls through this shop.
yeah, we're not gonna find that polychrome juggler, and very likely wouldn't be polychrome. The key here is this photograph, which we do find. Also not polychrome, is instead holographic, but we can't even use it on Raffle's side, so let's listen in.
Take it your idle hit.
Well, that's how I got to PvP so quickly.
Well, yeah. I mean, you didn't use the timer.
Oh, I actually am anti-timer. That's why I didn't hit it.
Suddenly, for the first time.
Or is it just the mental warfare of not knowing? What could he possibly be skipping for?
I think if you're Raffle, you have to try and get all glass here so you can get rid of both these 2s and search for the faceless proc.
And I explicitly asked for not an idle seed too. I can't believe you would do this to me.
God, I hope it shows up.
Yeah, I'm afraid you asked the
It
wrong
would be
guy.
funny.
Yes, Zeno, but I got my script writers on the case, and they said more idols.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a lot of points. Raffle's going to look up, see the number.
All right, sir.
The idol was doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Seems like it. Could be an ancient joker as well.
I think Raffle
Yeah,
may
really
know
anything
that
you
it
can
was the
copy it.
photograph.
Gets there.
Yeah. Well, let's be clear, not anything, because
I mean,
I mean,
family
I'm copying something too.
brainstorm helped a lot there too.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Right.
GG.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But we did have that last PvP, right? So the difference, that one was the photo and 2 glass, doing an X8 total, gain us from that, whatever we were at, a few 100,000 to a couple million.
Not even a moment's consideration for Smiley Face.
No, we're definitely not going to ever be playing face cards on Raffle side. We also only have the tier 1 version of that reroll vouchers versus it is the 2nd tier for Bean. So now Bean not only more money, but is also going to get deeper in the shop with less money. This is looking grim, and I am not talking about the spectral card. I mean, the econ difference is just wild to see.
Just 2x. Just a casual 2x.
That's brainstorm for you. To double the econ difference.
So I want to hear your take on this as an idea for a side event in between seasons. We do some PvP matches, but we take out every single form of X malt out of the game, so you're only left with plus malt and plus chips.
I think it would be fun.
I think it would feel like an entirely different game.
I could definitely see that. In terms of like the entirely different game. Like it definitely would be an entirely different game.
It just turned into how many levels can you cram in, and how many stacked X malt jokers can you put one in front of the other.
very quickly. I am just gonna help make sure Vagabond's got everything set up.
Sure thing.
With that game starting with Bear and Rareness, we wrap this one up. I mean, what are the outs here? Are maybe hack. I don't even know if that does it on its own, because we have, well, it would do it. It would be enough. I mean, our out is hack.
Or idle that only
There
hits
is nothing.
twos.
Or an idol that only hits twos. The thing is, anything we see on Raffle's side, Bean will also see. So hack is the thing that truly just benefits Raffle.
Yeah. Move faceless. No, he's losing value here. Keeping runner on the left while he's doing his discards.
Oh no. The Yuri is complete as well. And that is just, I mean, Raffle never sees that. It is the G'est of G's. The goodest of little games.
And it's tough because, like, Ruffle still has 2 lives. He still has to get through so many more blinds, not even knowing that he's almost doomed, effectively. Ruffle taking an extra skip tag.
Oh, we do have both reroll vouchers. I apologize. Never mind, we're not doomed. We just hadn't picked it up yet. We gotta roll one more.
Buys the even Steven with all those
I mean, we have
deuces.
to roll like 5 more. Oh no. Oh no. We'll listen.
It's Jova.
Skip this time. No idle hit. The shops were pretty interesting.
There we go. We remembered.
Alright. Here is the hand. This, there was a lot in this seed going for me.
That must be nice. I think I just lost ante 1, maybe ante 2, from what I can gather.
I think
Yeah, and this is a bad feeling
we
when
passed on
this
Faceless
is
Joker
what
and
kind of
you went the
happens.
buffoon pack instead.
I have to wonder,
Yeah.
at what point does Ruffle stop
Yeah,
picking
that-
Gold Stake?
That will do it. The copy on the Faceless has carried me so much
Yeah,
this
funny
game.
enough, when I
Well,
played
I
Raffle
have it
last
now, it's
season,
just,
I
I miss the important shops.
beat him
because
on Gold
I've had a lot
Stake
of money
Yeah.
recently.
twice, and
I
he
just,
beat me on the White Stake the
didn't
one
get the
time.
early ones.
I feel like it's
I see.
commentary we've had out of Ruffle before that, like, he loses lives in Gold Stake and it doesn't go quite as smoothly as he wants it to. But it's still where he takes his games,
Alright.
so...
GG's.
I think Raffle.
Hopefully, I'll
could
make
do
it to you
well
in the next one. My scoring is a
Purple or
little
black.
anemic right now.
I 100% thought you were on 1 life there. Okay, I made some.
Bean thinking that Ruffle was on 1 life and just committing to all of his glass, not realizing there was 1 more life to go.
Not gonna be a huge issue, obviously, for Bean, but that is a little funny. I mean, yeah.
So far, no hack.
So far.
Great chance for cash generation with this bean holding such a large hand size. Zeno, you might have bots on your Discord server.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, yeah. We're having the same thing happen. Security actions. 12 hours. Pause and pipes.
Ruffle just deciding how much glass is enough glass to get out without having to risk more than he needs to. Plays it exactly right. Bean with Sock and Buskin now, and all the
Chat,
jacks.
Who can help me? Who can help me with my server? I can mod you. Can someone help me, please? That's in my server. Drizzle, if you're in it, I'll mod you.
And yeah, Bean just sitting with the full
I made you
package.
admin on Drizzle. If you could help ban everybody. Yeah, Bean is just in such a insanely better spot.
Like, the Sock and Buskin only has 5 rounds on it, but that's all he's going to need. Trolls are just doing trolly things, chat.
Raffle with the hack wins. Raffle with the hack actually gets to like a decent score. With the hack copied by Brainstorm, we could have 5 to something. Hornet, do you Drizzle's trying to help out.
And so, no sign of hack.
No sign of hack. No sign of any hope.
Unless being bottom decks like 15 jacks. And Ruffle's going to get a full hand of glass. Being 4 of a kind with 3 glass, but the triple re-triggers on Sock and Buskin and the photograph and the family. There's just no contest, unfortunately. And there it is, 9.6 billion for Bean.
And it's on the flush 5? Oh no.
I know. Yeah, that's...
Oh, wow,
Oh,
yeah.
I figured you
What's-
had the...
A game by Bean. I mean, a lot of it came on that
Shad
brainstorm as we
somewhere.
listened.
Just had better deck composition, it looks like.
Yeah, I had a lot of 4 of a kind levels.
Yeah.
Like level
So
13 or
I took a
something.
Ouija with a turtle bean and the hand size voucher.
Oh, yeah, there's the voucher, there was the troubadour, everything. I think I
Yeah.
crypted it a jack instead so I could play
That-
more 4 of a
that's-
kinds.
That was the smart play, especially after it rolled 2s, and then I saw so many. Like I saw a photograph. I saw everything but the blueprint and the family. So I wasn't catching up just from that like econ loss in the first ante anyway.
Yeah, just with Brainstorm showing up so early, being able to copy that, you miss so many shops, it just sucks. There was a rental hack at some point, so it
Oh,
could add
well,
some.
I don't think I was in a position to take it anyway. Like I was
Right.
like, yeah, I took the I guess the more conservative line early and got pretty punished for it.
Well, good games. I mean, the white stake one was the closest. I think you.
I know.
You
I
got
did this to myself
there.
last season as well, where I just kept bringing it to gold stake and losing every one. But then I got overconfident after taking a game off of Vagabond last week on gold stake.
Oh, true. He is a good gold stake player for sure.
Yeah.
I just play it like it's white stake, and then I get lucky.
I don't think you got lucky. I don't think
Alright.
you got lucky either game. I think especially the second gold stake game. I think you just took the better early line, and the person with the more money should end up with the better jokers by the end, right? That's kind of how the game works.
Yeah, I think you are favored on like a weaker seed though.
All right, Gothic, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna send everyone
Yeah.
over the Vagabond.
No, I
I'm gonna work
kinda
with
needed,
Audrizzle on fixing everything.
All right, good luck with all that.
Something painful for you.
Still was a great, fantastic game. Thank you everybody who was hanging out.
Come watch me play Nemo
YouTube?
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, go make sure you keep watching Major League Balatro. Watch every game. We got a Bear and Raren up for our Twitch viewers, so you can go check that out on YouTube as well.
All right, good night, Zeno.
Good night.
All right, chat, that is going to be our show for tonight. Let me move over to here and to this one. Thank you guys ever so much for hanging out and enjoying this game with me. I hope you had a blast. Otherwise, make sure you're going and following Zeno and the other players, and I will see you guys live tomorrow for my Major League Balatro match. Otherwise, that is all for me tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye, guys. Bye.